bike engine cars are sitting on the line. F1000 away they go, and it's Murphy Aldridge on the pole. He's been overtaken as they go down towards it. One very slow away in the middle, but everyone's managed to miss him. And here they go, piling in. Absolutely superb. Are they all going to be safe around? One or two of them very, very wide though through there, Elliot. And it's difficult, isn't it, to sort of pick two cars side by side going through. You can't really do it first lap.
Taking the inside curb, it does push you out wide.
That's right. And as they come up towards Tower at the end of the long, long straight, there'll be some sorting out to be done. Pick up my binoculars and see.
I think Paul Butcher's dropped a place already to Lee Morgan.
Yeah, Lee Morgan is, in this one, advantaged really by the fact that he was so far out of place in the last race that he's been put up into the sharp end, where you would expect to see him. He's a couple of times a champion, isn't he? And he's certainly a top driver.
Absolutely. I've been told that it's not actually his car he's driving right now; it's his teammates. So it's not set up for him, but he's making it work, as you can see.
Yeah. So 56 it is who is away, and that is Lee Morgan, very highly rated among these drivers. The chase, though, is absolutely fantastic.
Rob Wellham down the inside. Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's really, really good to see, and we'll pick them up on the screen as well.
Tom Gadd making up places already.
Yeah, Butcher second, Wellham third, Aldridge fourth. Tom Gadd is in fifth place in the white car with the blue and green markings on it. And behind Tom Gadd is Matthew Higginson, Dan Gore behind, and watch for Dan go. And he's a guy who's a top runner always. But at the end of that first lap, Morgan it was who led the way.
Gadd's pushing
all the road
Wellham
and
now.
a bit more. That was quite exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gadd's got past Wellham.
Car into the pits. That's Kaylee Cole, isn't it? Just the pink car just come in.
I believe she was having clutch issues during the first race, so it might be related to that.
Changed the clutch overnight, I think, on that car since testing yesterday. Watch Dan Gore coming up, I think. Higginson is in there as well. The teammates, Higginson and Gore, but it's Lee Morgan then at the end of the second lap who comes through.
Yeah, Paul Butcher's fallen a bit of a drain.
And the problem for Gadd's broken, I suspect. I think it just didn't change gear, and he's been dropped right back into the pack. So problems, dramas for Gadd, and he can't even get back to the pits, which is a real shame. But he can do it now, as it gets across. But Gadd has broken, unfortunately. Butcher still second. Third is Wellham. Fourth is Murphy Aldridge hanging in there. Higginson and Gore move up in 63 and 80 respectively. Matt Booth behind them. He's coming forward, but in the company of Close as well. So
Lee Morgan sets the fastest lap of the race.
yeah, he's really out on his own, isn't he?
He
There's
is,
Matt
yes.
Booth, who's dived past Dan Gore, going up into Tower Corner, and Gore has got Dan Clues behind him as well in the pale blue car.
He's having a good look.
He is. And Dan Gore, who's been up in the north of England all week with his mother, who's been in hospital. So a big hi to Jane Gore, who's in hospital waiting for an op. And she'll be watching on her iPad, apparently. So you can do that anywhere in the world, which is quite amazing. But this chase pack is amazing. But Morgan is 4.5 seconds up the road ahead of everyone else.
It's still incredibly bunched up, isn't it? It's.
It is.
I think Paul Butcher is slowing them down slightly. Wellham should pass him.
Butcher, Wellham, and Aldridge in there. Then it's Gore's dropping back actually. They've split sort of halfway down that group.
Wellham up the inside of Butcher. Can he make it stick?
And that could be the invitation for them all to try the same.
Absolutely.
Because there's the green car of Higginson, and the Dislock car behind him is Booth. Booth who won the earlier race. Clues has. Where's Gore gone? I think he might have dropped back a little bit. There's that car out, and then that is it. That's Dan Gore. Dan Gore's in the tyre wall, and that is a problem there for him. Will we have a safety car? I wonder. That's down at the bottom at Clervaux. I can see the dust still up. I suspect we're going to get a safety car, but we've still got Higginson having a go to try to get past the 26 car, which is Murphy Aldridge. He found himself on pole in this reverse grid race.
Well, that safety car is going to bring Rob Wellham right up to Lee Morgan's tail.
I don't think we're going to get one yet, are we? This is what Morgan would fear, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because he's got such a big lead. In second place is now Wellham, third is Butcher, fourth is Aldridge, fifth is Booth. Behind Booth is... Who's behind Booth? Higginson. That's Rob Bailey in the pit lane.
It seems it's just going to be double waved yellows and no safety car, so...
Okay, then Dan Close. And then Betts behind him in 8th place. 9th is Alok Iyengar, the Indian racer. And in 10th place is Eddie Falkingham, who crashed out of the earlier race.
Aldridge having a go at Butcher. I think he's got it done, the novice.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Fantastic. Murphy Aldridge having a look about the course.
Fighting back.
That's side by side through the Jim Clark S's. That's bold stuff, isn't it? Best part of the circuit. That's down towards Barcroft and Sunny now. And Booth dives out.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, very, very well timed by Matt Booth. Dived up the inside there of the 42, which is Paul Butcher. And Higginson's next in that line behind him. Still that big lead for Lee Morgan. That's not diminishing in any way. Here come the rest. Rob Wellham is in second place. This is the group, though, to watch. And Betts is in on the back of that, I think. Betts in the 8th place, ahead of Iyengar. Morgan, Wellham and Aldridge in third. Booth is fourth, courtesy of that move at Sunny. 5th is Butcher. 6th is Higginson. 1 or 2 kicking up the dust there, coming out of the S's.
Higginson and Clues will be putting pressure on Butcher shortly, I imagine.
Yeah, looking for that the green and the blue car. They haven't got to catch him yet. It's
no, very true.
And
they've got to deal with each other.
Yeah, they're fighting themselves, aren't they? And then they've got to have ahead of them an opportunity here. They might have seen Matt Booth try to goes really wide, and that's allowed Clues to go through. Higginson's gone wide at Sunny, and Dan
has he got
Clues'
a problem?
leg's gone through.
No.
I don't think so. He just ran wide. I think he looked at the Butcher hugging the inside line, went wide, and then left a huge gap.
Booth is right on Aldridge now. Should be an opportunity.
Morgan then a long way clear of Wellham. Then we've got Aldridge under pressure from Booth. Booth wants another podium out of this. Is he going to make it down into...
Not yet, not yet.
Young Aldridge hanging on. Behind them, Butcher and then Clues and Higginson. That was that move at Sunny we saw. Betts, Falkingham and Westworth complete the top 10. Shaken off Iyengar.
Clues is past Butcher, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, he's got past Aldridge, hasn't he? That's it. Aldridge is now tuck on the tail, isn't it? The 26. Looks like it. Yes, Murphy Aldridge, who's been overtaken, but that's Butcher now holding off the resurgent Higginson, who's now really annoyed because he stymied himself last time round. But this is still anyone's race in the minor for the minor places. But Lee Morgan is in a class of his own. Wellham second, Booth now third, Aldridge is fourth. Then it's Butcher and Clues and Higginson and the rest. Betts, Booth up then to third, Clues up into fifth.
So can Booth catch Wellham in time and pass him? Because he's certainly not catching Lee Morgan, is he?
No, Lee Morgan is so far ahead. He's 4.75 seconds, 4.6 seconds ahead. Can they reel in Wellham? I think that might be possible because it's only a second or so. And let's see where they are. Down through the, streaking through the Jim Clark S's.
So quick.
They are fantastic. They're wonderful little cars to drive. First appeared in 1984, the Jedis, for hill climbing with John Corbin, the man behind the mark in Wellingborough. And soon there were dozens of them appearing. Such a successful championship, but it's so simple, it's so pure. That's what's lovely about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful things to drive.
And they're not hideously expensive like most race cars. They are still race cars, so they're not cheap. But as side by side, Higginson comes up alongside Butch. He's on the outside though, going down into Clervo, and that's not really the easiest thing to do. He's just got it.
I think he's got it done.
Yeah, he's got it done, and that was cool, particularly with the car off in the in the wall down there. That was quite brave.
There's still yellows down there. Should he have gone? No, it's not.
No, that's been off because they've been through a few times now, so they know it's there. But Booth is within 6/10 or so of Rob Wellham in second place now. Fastest lap in the race is a 1:17.8 for Lee Morgan, who leads the way. This is the battle for second place, Rob Wellham being caught, and the next pair in behind them, Aldridge still doing well, and this will be a great result for Aldridge if he can hang on to a top 4 place with 3 1/4 minutes to go. Oh, that was turning in on the throttle, wasn't it?
Booth wants to get it done.
Yeah, and that was very determined. 8th lap then, 9th lap then, about to be finished. There you go through Wellham under increasing pressure, but is he going to be equal to it?
Not sure he's close enough. No, not yet.
Not. Wellham and Booth, Aldridge and Clues.
Oh, Booth's got a problem.
It's broken. The suspension's broken on Booth's car. Rear suspension failure by the looks of things, and that unfortunately is Matt Booth out of the race. That puts a different complexion on it. Puts Murphy Aldridge up into a podium position.
That'd be a brilliant result for him.
That really is the sort of thing that boys, young drivers, doesn't it? They get a really good result out of a race. I mean, they all count, but he's fought all the way for this one.
Yeah.
And
it's not over yet, though.
No, it's not all over yet by a long chalk, because he's got Dan Close right behind him. And there's the dive. That's gone. Another one past. That's Betts now. He's up Westworth, I think, moving up past Butcher down the far end of the circuit. Here is for the 10th time Lee Morgan coming through. They are closing in, but the checkered flag has been shown at 10 laps. Through they go. Wellham is second. Aldridge is third. Great result for young Murphy Aldridge. In 4th place is going to be Dan Clues. 5th place is going to be Matt Higginson. And in 6th place, it's all going to change around, isn't it? I think it might well be Westworth who comes through. Was it next? It is. Westworth comes through in 6th, ahead of Butcher, Betts, Falkingham and Iyengar, completing the top 10. But a fantastic race, Elliot. Really, really good race.
It was. That's terrible luck for Matt Booth on the last lap.
Yeah. Booth had problems. Gore had problems, and but that was really, because they probably wouldn't have known it was the last lap at that point, because there was still
probably not, no.
Another one probably in the bag. But you can see that something in the rear suspension let go coming down, and. Well, what a race! What a great win for Lee Morgan. Took advantage. He's not been right up there so far.
He really stamped his authority on that one, didn't he?
He did, and this all experience, isn't it? And a very, very good result. So, and not in the familiar car either.
No.
In the teammate's car. So really cool. But a good win then for Lee Morgan, who been doing this for a few years, but he's certainly very quick. Made it pay this afternoon. All that experience comes through. Lee Morgan then in 56 wins for Robert Wellham, 3.3 seconds. Third place, number 26, Murphy Aldridge. Fourth, Dan Clues. Fifth, Matt Higginson. Sixth, Tom Westworth. Good last lap for him. Seventh, Paul Butcher. Eighth, Mark Betts. Ninth, Eddie Falkingham. Good result after the incident in the early one. And in 10th place, 44, Alok Iyengar. Billy Stiles was 11th, Adam Walker 12th, Max Windhäuser was in 13th place, David Tagg 14th, and then the retirements, Matt Booth, Dan Gore, Robert Bailey, Victor Neumann, Thomas Gadd and Kaylee Cole. So a big field for the Formula 100s. That completes our programme here this afternoon. And it's been a good one, hasn't it, Ian? Ian Soman back on the other side of cans, and a really fine result.
Yeah, that was a great race. An abrupt end with a couple of cars off to deal with, but Lee Morgan deserved win. A great drive from him and some great action behind. But yeah, three real big championship contenders there having fun was Tom Gadd, Matt Booth and Dan Gore. So all three drivers suffering problems there.
And that happens over the course of the season, doesn't it?
It does. It certainly does. And we saw similar things in F1000 last season where unreliability and mechanical issues did, as the season went on, shaped the destination of the title, as the man standing behind us knows all about.
Yeah. Interested to know what happened to Tom Gadd.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pop downstairs and find out. But Tom Butterworth now, talking of Toms, is down in the pit lane ready to talk to our top three.
And down here in the pits for the final time today, the Swallow Hill Homes F1000 Championship. Taking the victory was Lee Morgan, who is just receiving the congratulations just behind, well, over this way behind us here. Congratulations, Lee.
Wow, yeah, I think that was kind of an easy one in a weird way, but at the same weekend it's been kind of like a really hard weekend, so yeah.
It seemed the position at the start sort of helped you a bit, and you built a gap at the in the outset, but then could you see them coming at you towards the end of the race, just running out of time?
No, not really. I mean,
not for you, for them.
No, I mean, I was just being massively overcautious at turn one, to be fair. I mean, I was literally like lifting halfway down the straight, I didn't want to get any sort of penalties from that, so just being really cautious and pushing around the rest of the lap. I could sort of see him in the mirror, but it was just a case of controlling it from the front once I got away. I mean, the first lap was massively important. Just head down, mid a gap, and disappeared.
Sunday drive on a Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the race one result helped, sort of getting in the mix. Starting P4 for the race. Great start. Obviously Paul just made a little bit of a mistake on the back straight, passed him, and yeah, I just had to get a head down and just go.
Great stuff. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Cheers, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to move on to our second place driver, Robert Wellham. Robert, second place, looked exciting from where we were. How was it for you?
Mental. It was so difficult as well. It was such a fun race. First podium, I'm ecstatic. Yeah.
Brilliant. Congratulations on your first podium as well. Yeah, I mean, how was it really, though, out there, the track conditions, and then obviously you got the pressure from the drivers as well, and you're trying to close down, and you were closing down as well, but just running out of time.
It's such a difficult track. It's so bumpy, so you've got to be very careful when you get on the power. The tyres were going off. There's so many different factors you've got to worry about, and you've got the pressure from the drivers behind. There's so much happening, so it's a very difficult race.
But managed to contain it all, and managed to get yourself onto your first podium as well, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff. So we will move on very swiftly. Just over here is our final step of the podium, which is Murphy Aldridge. Sorry, I'm knocking you out. Rob Aldridge.
Yeah, you got the wrong one, but it's all right.
All right, it's on my sheet here as Murphy. But anyway, okay, well, Rob, congratulations. 16 years old as well. I've been told.
20.
I've been told you were 16.
Got Murphy's information, but it's
okay. All right. Well, I will blame the person who told me that. So third place. How was it for you out there?
It was tricky. Just trying to kind of save tyres for tomorrow. But no, I was chasing Lee down, but I just settled down for second, and then I saw Matt and Murphy catching up behind, but with the tow here, it is a big advantage. But no, it was a good race. I'm pleased for Murphy because it's 2-3 for the team, so it's good for us.
Great stuff. Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Could I just shout out shout out to Rob Robert Clubb. He's watching our hospital, so I just wish him well.
Okay. Thank you very much for that as well. And yes, of course, all of us here at the track and 750 Motor Club wish him well as well. So yeah, thank you very much indeed for joining us today. And I will throw back to the commentary box, who will take you out.